Recording in
Hello there. In today's video, we are going to go through the basics of Audacity. Audacity is an app on Windows which enables you to edit audios. So we are going to go through its basics. What you have to do is simply go to the website, download the 64-bit or the 32-bit file according to your system requirements, and run the installer on your computer. I will try to link the website down below for you to visit. After you have downloaded the app, a folder will be created within your documents folder by the name of Audacity. This folder is where all your files will be saved unless you change the path of the file. A desktop icon will be created so that you can launch Audacity easily. We will simply go to our desktop and launch the Audacity app from here.
Desktop list. Zoom work Audacity 19 of 21.
This is the app.
Audacity. Track view table.
Whenever you open the app, this is how it is going to appear. Track view table. If I press Ctrl F6, it is going to go through the toolbars of the app.
Tempo edit 120. Pause button not pressed. Track view table.
So these are the three toolbars, and the track view table is where our editing and all those stuff is going to take place. Now we will do some basic editing and learn how to use Audacity. However, this is just the tip of the iceberg, and you have a lot more to explore and learn with Audacity. This video will just lay down the foundation to do it. So now I have to import a file in order to edit it. What I will do is simply press Ctrl O.
Select one or more files.
And this opens a dialog box to import files, and I can simply import any audio files just like I would attach files in Gmail or WhatsApp. I'll press escape.
Audacity.
And use a simpler method to import files. I will go to my run dialog and go to the place where my audio files are located.
Run dialog. Videos. Downloads. Text unavailable. Download. Today grouping last week. Today group. The first audio. The second. The first audio.mp4 1 of 136.
This is the audio which is named the first audio. What I can do is simply copy this file using Ctrl C and paste it
Audacity. Track view table.
here in the track view table. I will press Ctrl V.
1. The first audio.mp4 selected row.
And here the audio has been pasted. Now, pay attention to what I am saying and try to use any sample audio to practice what I am showing along with the video. You can also request these files to be sent via Gmail to me. So, I will send you the files which I have used for editing in this video. So, what you can do is simply press spacebar to listen to the audio.
So hi everyone, and this is the audio on which we are going to practice editing using Audacity.
If I press spacebar again, it pauses the audio. However, this will simply move the cursor to the start of the audio again. If I press spacebar again, it is again going to play the audio. However, if I press spacebar and if I want to pause the audio, then I would press P. And then press P again if I want to resume the audio from the same place where I have paused it.
So hi everyone, and this is the audio on which we are going to practice editing using Audacity.
So I have pressed P now and the audio has been paused. Note that with NVDA, keyboard commands won't be announced, but the commands will be executed. With JAWS, they will be announced. And in case if you want to turn off the announcements in JAWS, you can also do that. So I'll press P again to resume.
So for the sake of trimming the audio, this is the part which you have to trim.
So it says this is the part which you have to trim. So we'll try trimming the audio. I know that I want to trim the audio from a certain place. When I know the starting and the ending point of the trims, what I have to do is just pause the audio from the place where I want to trim it. Now press left bracket, which will mark the starting point of any selection. I have pressed left bracket. I'll press P again to resume.
Okay, so blah 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 blah. Trim all this blah 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 out of the audio.
I know that this is the end point, so I've pressed P again to pause. Now I will press right bracket for ending my selection. Now I can cut, copy, paste the audio and do whatever with it. So I can either press Ctrl X to cut the audio, Ctrl C to copy it, or simply press backspace to delete this particular section out of the audio. Or I can press Ctrl N to open a new project, copy this particular section of the audio and paste it in that project as well. So I will simply press backspace and trim this part out of the audio. Now when I go to the start and press space bar.
So hi everyone, and this is the audio on which we are going to practice editing using Audacity. So for the sake of trimming the audio, this is the part which you have to trim. And follow my WhatsApp channel if you want.
So as you heard that all that part where I had said blah, 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 that part has got trimmed. Now, this is all about selections. What if you wanted to merge two tracks? What I would do is go to my downloads folder again.
Downloads.
And copy another audio from here.
The second audio 2 of 136.
And paste it in the track view table.
The first audio.
I'll paste it here.
2 the second.
Now I'll up arrow.
1 the first audio.mp4 row not selected.
Press enter to select this.
1 the first audio.m2 the second audio selected row.
And this is already selected. If I press enter here, it will get not selected. Or else if you have like 5-6 audios, you could simply press Ctrl A to select all the audio, like all the audio files. Now, if I play the audio like this, see what happens.
This is the second track. So hi everyone,
this
track is the audio.
So what has happened is the audio has overlapped and it has not gotten merged. It has got mixed. So what we will do is, here, Audacity basically works like Word, okay? The Word, MS Word that we use. So we are going to press the Alt key.
File sub.
And I can press right arrow to navigate through various menus where I will get options to edit my audio.
Edit sub menu Alt plus E. File sub menu Alt plus F.
File and
edit sub menu Alt plus E.
And if I wanted to go through the items of a particular menu, I would just down arrow.
Undo import Control plus CU.
But I don't want to go to the edit menu, so I'll press escape.
Edit sub menu Alt plus E.
I'll press right arrow again.
Select sub menu Alt, view sub menu, transport sub, tracks sub menu Alt plus T.
Now to merge audios, I want to use the tracks sub menu. So I will press down arrow within this.
Tracks menu. Add new sub menu N.
And now I'll again
mix sub menu X.
Press down arrow.
Resample. Remove tracks V. Mute slash unmute sub pan sub menu. Align tracks sub menu A.
And I have got align tracks sub menu. So I'll press right arrow to expand this sub menu.
Align end to end A.
I've got align end to end.
Align together T.
Align together.
Start to 0 Z.
Start to
Start
0.
to cursor slash selection start C. Start to selection end E. End to cursor slash selection start R. End to selection end. Move selection with track. Align end to end A.
The option that we want for now is align end to end. There are many options in Audacity and I'm not going to explain them all because the video will become very long. So I'll press enter.
The first audio.mp4. Track view table.
Now when I press play here, like the space bar,
So, hi everyone, and this is the audio on which we are going to practice editing using Audacity. So, for the sake of trimming the audio, this is the part which you have to trim. And follow my WhatsApp channel if you want additional updates, or send me an email to guidancefortheblind@gmail.com, all small letters and no spaces. Also, I am about to reach 1k followers, 1k subscribers. So, what you people have to do is encourage others to subscribe to the channel so that I reach 1k followers quickly and you can be a part of a milestone that I achieve. This is the second track, and this track should play after the first track. So, these are the two tracks which we are going to edit and create a single audio out of these two audio files.
so as we saw that both the files have gotten merged properly, unlike the previous time when we had to when we had the two audios overlapping, right? So this is how you would perform basic editing, okay? And I know it has gotten a little very much complicated because when it's the first time with Audacity, it is complicated. Watch this video 2-3 times, practice along with me, and you will get the concepts that I'm teaching only with practice. Now we have to save these files. Now, if I press Control plus S to save these files, watch what happens.
Audacity dialog. How would you like to save? Save to the cloud.
Save to the cloud
Save to computer button Alt plus C.
or save to computer. And then the save as dialog box would open. Okay. However, this is not going to save your file in MP3 format. Okay. What is going to happen here is that the file is going to be saved as an Audacity file. Okay. So if you want to perform further edits, you could come back and perform editing on this file. However, I'll press escape here.
The first audio.
If I wanted to generate the audio out of it, I would export the audio. For that, I would press Control Shift E.
Audacity dialog. How would you like to
And similarly, I would press Export to Computer
export to computer button Alt plus C.
and press Enter here.
Export audio dialog channels export range.
And there are several options here. For now, as a basic user, you would just enter the name of the file, choose the path where the file would be saved, and simply save the file.
The first audio.
For now, I will not save the file.
Downloads. The first.
And this is how you would perform some basic editing in Audacity. This covers the foundation for how to select audio, how to cut, copy, paste audio, how to play, pause audio, and how to navigate through menus of Audacity. There are many options within those menus which you can explore, and certainly you can paste your questions in the comments down below, and I would try to answer them or send those questions on my email. Also, if you want, you can send me an email requesting the two files which I have used to edit within this video. So you can practice your audio editing on the same two files. So that's it for today. Until next time. Bye bye.
Hi everyone. If you like my video, so please give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. If you have any doubt, then you can write it in the comments section down below. I will try to answer it soon. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.